night of April 7th, the rural village of Trangla Anglais was mostly asleep. That quiet was shattered by a suspected bomb attack that struck a residential home. The blast hit the family's sleeping quarters. It instantly claimed the lives of a 5-year-old boy and his 5-month-old baby sister, while leaving their mother severely injured. Immediately, suspicion fell on armed groups operating in the region. Local residents and authorities pointed to Kuki militants as the perpetrators behind the deadly strike. But the days that followed brought no immediate arrests and no clear answers from the government regarding who orchestrated the bombing. And no family to bury a kindergartner and an infant without a single suspect in custody broke something deep within the community. That unaddressed trauma rapidly pushed local patients to its breaking point. Initially, the grief was contained. Residents in nearby Khe Shamantang held local demonstrations, gathering to mourn the children and demand immediate local police action. As the days passed with complete silence from the authorities, the nature of the gatherings shifted. The crowd stopped appealing to local police and began directly indicting the state government for its inaction. Banners at the protest sites zeroed in on one specific target, Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. The demonstrators accused his administration of failing its most basic duty to protect its citizens. With no arrests in sight, the community stopped waiting. With no aid from local appeals to a systematic effort to dismantle the state's daily routine until their demands were met. The anger in Khe Shamantang quickly crossed district lines. Protests flared across multiple surrounding districts, forming a coordinated wave of unrest that engulfed much of the state. Protesters implemented a rigid 5-day statewide shutdown. They blockaded major roads to halt commercial vehicles and forced local markets to roll down their shutters. The result was a desolate landscape. Across key districts, commerce ceased to exist, bringing normal life in the state entirely to a standstill. By freezing their own economy and paralyzing the streets, the citizens utilized the only leverage available to them. A government that might ignore a crowd cannot ignore a state where nothing moves. The government responded by escalating its military presence. Heavily armed Rapid Action Force personnel were deployed into sensitive areas, with orders to break the shutdown. On Sunday, in the district of Kakching, these two sides collided. A massive nighttime torch rally, traditionally led by local women to signal vigilance, marched through the streets and quickly grew volatile. To disperse the massive crowd, security forces unleashed a barrage of tear gas, smoke bombs, and stun grenades directly into the rally. The civilians fought back, pelting the armed forces with stones and firing slingshots. In the chaos of the clash, several people were hospitalized, including a 35-year-old woman rushed out of the fray by the Red Cross. The state's decision to deploy military-grade riot control backfired. Instead of clearing the streets, the tear gas and stun grenades turned a civilian protest into open, violent combat. With the streets in chaos, civil society groups stepped into the leadership void. They organized the decentralized anger into a unified, formal list of demands. They delivered a strict ultimatum to the local government. The authorities had until April 25th to arrest the specific individuals responsible for killing the 2 children. But as the authorities loomed, the protesters' resentment shifted to the national stage. They pointed to the total silence coming from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. One demonstrator standing in the crowd captured the region's intense frustration, stating, "When a cow dies, Modi gives a response very soon. But when children die in Manipur, he never gives a response." The unpunished murder of these 2 siblings has broken the bond of trust between Manipur and its leadership. Until those punished are made, the people have made it clear they will not allow the state to return to normal.